Yeah, it's been fun watching the team develop. Obviously, trying to build a program from whatever it was 5 years ago, 7 years ago, when they're trying to pull people off the sidewalk to have a full team, which is only 10 athletes in Division III, to this year having over 100 athletes. We could see that aspect improving as far as having some depth, some numbers in our program, and I haven't done the stats or the math, but I think that we probably have more people qualified for the WIAC Championship than we've had in over a decade. So it's exciting seeing the growth of the program, and I think we're going to actually start to see the needle move a little bit this year. Our women's program is the best it's been in a while. Lexi Lefevre obviously scored a lot of points for us, and sometimes that is judged as team performance, obviously, because it is points for the team, but. So losing her hurt some points, but as far as the overall depth and I think the breadth of the team, it's the strongest team that we've had in a very long time on the women's side. Likewise on the men's side. See if we can't move up there, beat at least one team, hopefully a few teams. But when we've been dragging through eighth, for the last several years, it'd be nice to actually see that needle move. Yeah, I think it starts with just numbers, right? You have to have a team. You have to have some substrate to work with. I think we've accomplished that. We've got some good numbers. Obviously, we'll continue to build there. But then the next step I think is getting more people into the championship, and then the next step is let's score more points at the championship, and then let's actually make some movement there. So I feel like we're kind of between that second and third stage of we've got more people there. We're looking at scoring points. What can we do in relays and open events? People doubling or tripling, coming back, and how can we score points most effectively? So that's what we're starting to look at, and I think just as the program continues to grow, it's that's going to be the expectation. It's not a goal of getting into conference; it's a goal of how many points can I score at conference, and going beyond conference to the NCAA championships. Yeah, I think we're going to have an outstanding showing. This last week we had 33 personal records. The week before, I didn't count them, but it was at least 15 to 30. The week before that, we had about 30. So when you're stacking personal records on top of personal records, obviously it's just continuing to get better, and they're coming into great form. So I anticipate we'll see, potentially everybody that we have competing at the meet, come out with a lifetime best and hopefully some top 10s and even some school records. So I think we're ready for a good showing. Yeah, I mean, that's part of what's really exciting, we talk about developing the program and a long-term outlook. About 2/3 of the team is freshmen right now. So when you have freshmen that are getting in there, and a lot of them might be sitting, 9th, 10th, 11th in the conference, just kind of right outside that scoring range. But I think they'll PR, and we can get in there and get some points that maybe we're not ranked to get. So that's, it's exciting to see that, like I say, especially with the youth of the team, how many young athletes, how many freshmen, how many sophomores are doing those type of things. Definitely bodes well for the future. Them continuing to develop. The culture is great, the work ethic's great, the attitudes are great. So just them continue to develop physically, and then stacking on more talented recruits in addition to those. Just the future's bright. Yeah, I think there's a good competitive mindset. There's some of those people who are just outside of qualifying for conference, and they're a little bit mad about it. And they want to be there, which I think is a good thing. That's the type of competitiveness we need, that not being satisfied, being close, letting that fuel the fire to go back to work and get ready for outdoor and do things at an even higher level. So I think there's, both excitement, as far as going there and doing something at the WIAC Championship, coupled with some frustration. I'm close, but just, wasn't quite there. And but like I say, the champion mindset is going to, I'm going to go back to work harder. I got some time before our first outdoor meet, and I'm going to get it done, in the future moving forward. Yeah, I mean, the WIAC Championship is a wild event. I've been at, in many different conferences, many different conference championships. Division I, I competed D2, D3 here, and I think the WIAC has the most hype to it. To a degree, even, D1 NCAA championships, it's like the WIAC just gets wild. So I think, the athletes, if they haven't been in that before, like, it can be intimidating. It's something that really, kind of challenges them to step up their game. But, going and competing at lacrosse indoor, competing, against the Gophers, going over their meets indoor, seeing that high caliber competition, I think it has a little bit more calm as far as the competition, but that atmosphere is just so charged that I think there's sometimes more emotional control that we have to do as coaches at the championship than there is even technical cueing or coaching or that type of thing. Just keeping their mind in the right spot so that they're ready to perform, they're confident.